As many of you know, Mr. Frankie and Mr. Oswald were gone Monday and Tuesday. Miss Wilcox was forced to step in. She had no idea what had happened to them. Not even the police could find them. Drew sat down with Mr. Oswald to tell us what happened.
Mr. Oswald, you and Mr. Frankie were gone Monday and Tuesday. What happened?
Well, we were abducted by aliens, actually. I think most of you all saw my story last week where I ran away from an alien and hid in the library reading a book. And I thought I was safe, so I came up here and did some work Sunday night. And I got kind of bored, so I started watching a movie thinking I was safe. And the aliens saw that I wasn't reading, and they came in and abducted me and took me to their spaceship.
That sounds horrible. What are we going to do?
Well, luckily, obviously, I was able to escape, and on my way out of their spaceship, I ran through a closet trying to hide, and I found that they had stolen a bunch of our brand new books. And so I think to try and keep some of the students safe, I'm going to read off a list of names, and those students are going to win a book so they can come and get from my office. So if your name is called, students, your teachers will allow you to come up and get a book out of my office. So we have Sam Smith from Mr. Adair's class, Chloe Wilson from Miss Adams, Daniel Leonard from Miss Austin, Lillian Gordon from Mrs. Cater, Catlin Wilmsmeyer from Mrs. Young, Caleb Arnold from Mrs. Brown, Clayton Morris from Miss Esmeyer, Ella Alphin from Mrs. Fennell, Bella Geising from Mrs. Tucker, Dakota Leonard from Mrs. Williamson, Daniela Lester from Mrs. Crawford, Jace Butner from Mrs. Losing, Paola Sanchez from Mrs. Thatcher, Leland McClellan from Mrs. Walk, and Havana Pinkett from Mrs. Wee. So you guys will be able to come down there and get books out of my office. Make sure you read them so you don't go through the same thing that Mr. Franking and I had to go through where you get abducted and have to try and find a way to escape.
Thank you, Mr. Oswald, for sharing your story and books.
Thank you for having me.
Teachers, the tickets will be in your mailbox. Students, don't forget to fill out your reading log. We will be collecting minutes on Monday to see how we are doing at reaching our goal of 175,000 minutes. There will be a prize for the class that reads the most minutes. So keep reading.